Hi, Eric Wilson here, 30-year independent licensed mechanic. In the next short while, I'm going to show you the inside story in this 1997 Honda Accord so you can make yourself an informed decision. Now, coming in on the front left tire, you've got about 70% tread on aggressive snow tires, so you definitely got some good tread left on your for your snows there. Coming behind the front right tire, this is the brakes. You got about 20,000 K left on the front brakes. This is the left lower ball joint, and it is tight, critical, because it holds the wheel to the steering. This rubber boot here is the outer CV, and it's full of grease, and if it was ripped, you see grease all over the place. Important not to, because it lubricates the axle. This is your left outer tie rod here. Now this is the most critical, this is the most important thing in the car because it holds the wheel to, the only thing that holds the wheel to the steering, and it is tight. The inner CV boot, I'll show you a little shot in there. Now that, again, same thing. That rubber boot is full of grease, and it was ripped. You'd see grease all over the place. I'll tell you the work I've done on the car. I just replaced the oil pan gasket because there was a leak, but no longer, because I've just replaced that oil pan gasket. Now, right here is your catalytic converter. Nothing wrong with it. Big problem is people are reaching under and going cut, and you've got yourself about a $700-800 repair job. Now, if you buy, what I've done is I've put just a simple system here, stainless steel cables here, because remember, they're laying on the ground, they reach up there, they hit the stainless steel, they can't get through it, they go here, they go, forget it, and move on. And you save yourself a $700 repair there, which is kind of good to do. Now, coming across, no active oil leaks that I can see. In 1997, old car, but definitely no active oil leaks that I can see. Well, I dealt with the one active oil leak, and the oil pan was there. Okay, now this is the right front tire. About 50% tread on this tire. Down, but definitely not out on snow tires. So you got some life in there. The right outer tie rod, this is tight, critical. Right lower ball joint is tight. The right outer CV boot, good and dry. Right inner CV boot, good and dry. No cracks, no rips. Brakes, about 20,000 K on your front brakes. One more thing I forgot to tell you too. This is the right sway bar link. And you see it's connected. It's important because this dampens the sway when you go around the corner. And on the left, same thing. This is connected, important, because it dampens the sway. So brake-wise, leak-wise, suspension-wise, I'm not seeing anything issues on the front. Now following the exhaust down, following it down, no cracks, no breaks. Exhaust is solid. Okay, and coming into the right rear tire, about 70% tread on aggressive snow tires. On your brakes, you got about 15, a little less brakes on the rear than you have on the front, but definitely down a bit, but definitely not out. Now this shock right here, this is the right rear shock. Now it's full of oil, and if it was leaking, you see oil dripping all the way down here, and that's important not to, because that is how it controls the suspension. Okay, so brake-wise, leak-wise, tire-wise, I'm not seeing any issues on the right rear. On the left rear, about 70% tread on aggressive snow tires. Coming behind there, you've got about 15,000 K on your rear brakes. Your shock, if you see, good and dry, that's important. Yeah, so brake-wise, leak-wise, suspension-wise, on the left side, I'm not seeing any issues. Now the left rear upper ball joint, this is tight. Your shock, no good. Your spring there, no cracks, no breaks. Okay, on the right rear side, the upper ball joint is tight. Your springs, your right rear suspension, no cracks, no breaks. Okay, you've got 306, 377, so you got high K, but this thing has been well maintained. No check engine lights that I can see, and no cracks in the windshield either, surprising. Now I'll take you out and show you the condition of the motor. Okay. Now something I always do is I take a look underneath the oil cap to see if there's any kind of indication of white goo. That's the oil cap there. If there's any indication of white goo, which would be a mixture of oil and antifreeze, I'm not seeing any indication of that. In fact, this motor, I'm not hearing anything of any concern in this, and as far as I can tell, it has been well maintained. Okay, lights all working. Now I can show you the condition of the exhaust right now. Okay. Yeah, a little bit of smoke, but nothing excessive. So as far as I can tell, this motor has been well maintained. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is. I know the lady that's driven it. She's old and just one of those people that just make sure she gets the maintenance done. So hopefully this will help you make an informed decision. And remember, if you buy the vehicle, come to me, because I'm going to put on the fuel saver as well, and that's no cost. And or any other vehicle that you're interested in, I can show you the inside story before you even step in the lot. Thank you very much.